Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 14th of January. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director of Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have Pushpay, Technology One, Beach Energy, APA Group and Magellan Financial. So if you have a request, send it through. Make sure you've signed up to our newsletters. Our best ideas come out every Tuesday in the Dynamic Investor Report, so make sure you have subscribed to that one. If you do enjoy these videos though, we'd love you to share them on social media or even leave us a review on Facebook and Google. But our core business, of course, is not just producing the research, it's giving advice and helping people with their portfolios. So if you need help, please give me a call. And any advice here, of course, is general only. So we've got a daily chart here of Pushpay. It's pretty obvious for the last half of last year it was trading in this range, but obviously in the last few days it's broken support, and now price action's looking quite negative. So we've got it closing on its lows. Volumes picking up. So basically, you don't want to be catching a falling knife here. I couldn't be buying this until it establishes some sort of level of support, stops falling. So I think for the moment, the risk just going off this chart is still to the downside. Technology One. So price action over the last several weeks has clearly been negative. We can see it closing on its lows, just sliding quite dramatically. We are getting close to this September low, so that's one obvious factor there. It might find support. It is looking oversold. So I wouldn't just step in and buy it just because it's near that level and because it's showing oversold. It may well continue on, but it's worth watching. So too early to buy, but if you do see some sort of evidence of a proper bounce and support here, then that may well be your buying opportunity. Beach Energy. So just in terms of what it's done over the last couple of weeks, it has been lagging some of the other energy stocks because of this this sort of sell-off here on this particular day. But look, it's getting going again. I think that it should continue to head higher from here. Basically, we've had this sort of consolidation, similar to some of the other big names like Woodies and Santos, Oil Search, etc. Rectangular consolidation. It's just had a breakout and volume has picked up. So we've had a breakout here, and it should just continue on now that it's broken out of this consolidation. APA, so obviously it's to be honest, a bit of a terrible looking chart, the way it's just continuing to slide off from that initial bounce last year. Negative price action. Yeah, look, I just can't see any signs of this wanting to bounce. I mean, that was a pretty negative day to go to a new low, closing on its lows. So at the moment, you'd have to assume the risk is to the downside. Even if we look at it, so if I move to the weekly chart, I mean, we could see that in the last 5 years, 6 years, it's just gone nowhere. So, it pays a dividend that's maybe 1%, 2% above, your average stock, but really, is it worth it? When in this period of time you could have been in, you could have given up 1 or 2% in dividends, but be in a big blue chip, which has, gone up 10, 20, 30, 50% even in this period of time. So, look, it doesn't look too appealing to me. Okay, finally Magellan. Now, look, I like this as a trading stock. Most recently we, you got to trade this one. So we're sort of out February, got back in in March, and then a few months ago I can't remember exactly where, but we got out due to the lagging and underperformance there. So we could see that it's just continued to underperform. So where the broader market was sort of doing this, and then it broke out here, Magellan's done the opposite. So it's heading in the opposite direction. It's now fallen under support, and we could see that the daily price action looks pretty poor as well. So at the moment, it does look like there is further downside risk in this one. So again, too early to be buying back in. All right, well, that's all for this week. If you have a request, send it through. I'll try to look at it next Thursday for you.